to this new moon reading. My name is Luz, if you're here for the first time, and this is a monthly channeling I do every new moon and full moon. And earlier today, as I was doing my meditation outside, I received okay, messages will come in the light of things. So whenever you discover something, it's gonna be um how to word it, spirit. It's gonna be when the least expected happens to you, you're gonna discover another message, sort of like a butterfly effect. If you're seeking clarity right now for some sort of truth, that's what's coming through. And yeah, exactly that. And symbolically and literally too. So if you want to journal under the sunlight, that's perfect. That's a perfect way to ground your messages right now, and that's what I'm discovering right now. um I also feel like this Venusian energy, relationships energy of this Libra as far as Western astrology new moon, and this very calm, sweet, loving, it's a great time to to connect with your dear ones, with your loved ones, or your forever one, if you have a forever one. It's a great time right now. This is what I was channeling, and also the presence of being here now. Venusian energy, I feel like it's very embodying your vessel right now, being grateful for it. And maybe when you wake up, thinking of at least one to three things that you're grateful for. If that's hard to do because your morning is fast and you don't have the privilege of doing a slow morning, maybe just taking a deep breath and just realizing, hearing your heartbeat, realizing how your organs move in your body, sort of thing, before even maybe opening your eyes when you're laying in bed. That's something that came through too. um what else? I was also feeling this need of just really being in the calmness of things, even if things are chaotic. Just maybe really being in the state of flow, like maybe even movement might work for some of you. What else? Like yoga, anything that allows you to you know be in your body. Just in general, be in your body, feel your emotions, have a good cry. Right now it's not the time to push things and to push things under the rug either. Communication is coming through a lot. Communication with our relations, honoring, and being really honest about anything that has to come up right now. It's going to be a great time to speak it and to really see what the other person's point of view is, and receiving it gently, and as well as being gently talking about it. What else? Yeah, and I think just it feels like a bittersweet moment of like you saying goodbye to some things right now. Maybe even a spot you're on, or a place you're working at, etc. You name it, and just really giving gratitude for that moment, and thinking of all the things that you do like right now, that you want to you know give the credit that it deserves, and give yourself the credit for being able to make it all the way up to here. Okay, so let's shuffle. And we have the reclaim your energy. Take that in. It feels like you're taking back your power of really freeing yourself from victim mentality right now, and you're being able to embody the part of you that chooses this, that chose this. And I feel like you're a soul that probably chose this reincarnation to have a lot of obstacles and maybe swim in the chaos to really prove that you're able to go through it, to really get yourself up, grab yourself up and keep going and heal from it and make it, turn it into your medicine. And I feel like you are probably someone that's going to inspire a lot of people to do the same. And that was your mission and your purpose. And now you're being able to say, yes, I chose to be a warrior. I chose before this, before even being here. I chose who my family was going to be. I chose who my challenging karmic relationships were going to be. And just being grateful for it all. That's the feeling that I'm feeling right now. A bit. I want to get some nature's whispers. You got ideal course of action. And I feel like there's things that, even though they make you feel like, why does it have to be like this? I don't like this. There's a feeling of like strength being aided to you by your guides, your spirit team, source, archangels that are really watching over you for you to make that destination that you're heading towards. And that the journey doesn't end there, either, but it's a big step around this new moon. And the plans are coming up and the time is now. You can see it. You can see it now. You can see it in your mind's eye. You can see it in your just your vision goals. Everything is coming together. You're receiving, messages about it. You're receiving quite literal messages about it, like, um, something being approved for you to move on. You're getting into a new school, you're getting into a new job, or you're getting towards that goal that allows you to be stable in your family or by yourself. You're overcoming the obstacles for yourself. Look at this tiny lion. Yeah, it's like, it's really, you might not be able to see it right now, that you have so much courage and strength for everything you've done up until now, and you will be seeing it later. I feel like this energy of, what are these called? Salamandras, how they're called, like an iguana or something. And it just reminds me of how camouflaged your crown can be sometimes, you not realizing, and now you're reclaiming that crown, of the great person that you are, the wonderful and beautiful person that you are. Ideal course of action. It is easy to be overwhelmed in the planning of a new endeavor. Simplify your plans clearly. Envisage, correct me in the comments, envisage what you would like to accomplish and find ways to ensure you can stay on path. Eliminate self-sabotage or other behavior that might derail you. Determine what you desire next. Do this through daydreaming and visualizing that delights and inspires you. what delights and inspires you. Yeah. What is really something that you're reclaiming now that maybe you weren't able to because of past judgment from family or whoever you know before, that now you're reclaiming? This new moon is a time to take that action of the things that you've been pondering upon. That's what's coming through, like whatever this is for you, you know. Trust that this is an important phase that is necessary to maintain alignment and clarity. Yeah, to receive these messages and this clarity, it's gonna come through like when you realize you have the aha moment, and you know the sunlight shines so bright on you that it almost blinds you, and you find out the truth. You find out that you always have the last say. You know, you feel this sense of empowerment kind of thing. Um, and I feel like that's gonna redirect you divinely. Oh, and you're gonna enjoy so much abundance. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's get an animal one. Animal spirits, what do you want to say this new moon to the viewers? Okay, the moth. And we got an earth element too for this Libra, airy full moon. If anyone knows what the sign is on the Vedic astrology, let me know in the comments. I'm so interested, and I might start doing readings upon request based on the Vedic signs of the new moons and full moons. I'm very interested. I haven't researched enough though. So I'd like to connect, and I'm interested in what everyone has researched too, because this is a co channeling after all, you know. We co create to ground and receive these messages. Impulsive, hasty, wishful. The moth is sure the grass is greener on the other side. Moth energy is at play when we're attracted to easy solutions or anything shiny and new. This can lead to unfinished projects, disappointment, or burnout. It's helpful to remind moth personalities that life is complex, no matter the illusion. No one is exempt from the trials and tribulations of this great journey. Practice seeing life as an infinite mystery rather than wishing it was easier or different. When in balance, enthusiastic, whimsical. When out of balance, idolizes others, cheerleadery. Finish a project is recommended, and the advice to bring into balance the moth energy. So, this message is for some of you, but there are things that you consider giving up on because you're giving your power to something exterior other than you. This could be people, this could be ideas, ideologies. You're just giving your power away to something higher than you. And if you think about it, you know, this card, reclaiming your energy means recognizing your guides, your ancestors, source, and you. You know, you have the last say. Again, I'm here, you have the last say. And if you think something is doesn't make sense, but you're like, this sounds like the right thing, right? I think you should reconsider and follow that intuition and that crown chakra, being in tune with the divine and knowing best, and also knowing that it has to do with your heart energy. And I've heard this too. Like, I used to think that the most important for me was to balance my crown chakra, my third eye chakra, to really channel. But I realized from other channelers as well, and as well myself, that we really need to be in tune with our love energy, with our self love and compassion energy, and the heart chakra more than anything, first before anything, to even channel anything. That's why, for example, if I put an example as myself, I need to be outdoors. I need to be by these trees right next to me outside. I need to sit on the dirt. I need to connect with everything that is beautiful, in tune in the presence of now and gratitude for that, to even be able to channel for these readings before. And then that really opens my crown. Then I start getting these images, these sounds, even these songs, and of course these messages. um there might be a little bit of impulsive action from you right now to start something, and I feel like you have the right idea and you're meant to start something, but I feel like you might need to take a little step back and see, where am I giving my power, okay, away? When am I giving my power away? And maybe thinking, like it says, wishful on the moth, like wishful thinking. That's what it brings me to, like, oh, I wish I could get this position at this job. Oh, but it's not happening. So I think I better up, look for other jobs for now, or for other houses to live in, for other schools, just in case it doesn't happen. Where are you giving your power away and not saying, I know I did great on this test, I'm gonna get an A, I'm not gonna fail this class, I know I'm gonna get an A, and I'm gonna move on to the next course I need, for to do whatever. Or I know that this is already happening for me. I'm receiving this. It has my name in it, and I'm going there. But I'm doubting because it's taking a little bit too long. Because maybe you're seeing it too far away. Yeah, but I think that it's really you. It comes all back to you believing in yourself again. That's what I'm hearing. Reclaiming that, reclaiming literally, quite literally. Recapitulation, owning your power. Where you put your energy is your choice. Overcoming triggers through self awareness. Energy vampires, reclaiming your soul fragments, observing the observer, shifting victim mentality. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I don't have much other to say for this call of reclaiming your energy. I want to get you a tarot. Okay. And you got the King of Pentacles. Wow. And take in that image, because I think that you're really being assertive right now of where you're going, and you already packed up your things. You know where you're going. And I think this is about a financial thing. It feels like money. It feels that this is the energy of money, or a business, maybe, or an idea for you to shoot your freelance thing. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Let me get you a Dharma. Okay. Got the journey. Let me read this card. Slow and steady wins the race. March towards the infinite is a long journey, not to be finished within a few hours, a few days, or a few years. Though we see many around us falling or retreating, we must go forward. Yeah, this is the sense of, like, yes, you are totally in charge, You don't have to worry with the King of Pentacles. Everything is going to go according to plan, to your initial what you wanted. And if you're not doing it right now, I feel like this sense of like what you wanted to happen, but more like the timing of when you wanted it to happen is not what you needed. You needed this to happen later. That's what I'm hearing. But right now you're initiating the journey. I have spirit saying like take the jump, and just go ahead and start walking. Just start walking. Take your breaks, stop to get food and rest. Kind of like that symbology, that analogy of going on a journey to going camping or whatever. Follow the map accordingly. Don't try to take shortcuts. You have everything that you need to reach that abundant place where all your dreams are gonna come true, where you're even gonna be able to share here with this King of Pentacles energy. It feels very like well planned, well analyzed, well strategy, bien estratégicamente planeado. Ya tú sabes, ya ustedes saben. Entonces es definito, ¿ok? Es, yeah, es el sol. I feel like it's the sun, you guys. It's the sunflower, I know, but I feel like again this sun energy, and I see that he's like going on the sunlight. So maybe try to have really good vision, good clarity of how you're gonna build out that map for you to start going now, because now is the time. Now is the time to maybe start that diet that you've been wanting to. Now is the time to maybe start that juice cleansing. To something is taking initiative impulse right now, and very different from being impulsive, like the moth says. Let me tell you, very different from being impulsive and trying to do this fast and taking those shortcuts that I was talking about. But you're gonna be able to really follow step by step, no shortcuts, and you're gonna be good. Okay, let me get your affirmation lastly. Okay. You deserve to be treated with kindness. You deserve to be treated with kindness, y'all. You deserve to treat yourself with kindness. Treat yourself to something, because you're gonna have a long trip to go on, a long journey. Just be gentle with yourself again, okay? And that's all that's coming through for this new moon. I hope you have a great time. I hope you are careful and that this gave you, in some sense, clarity or hope. See ya in the next reading. Bye.